Horace, thank you. We don't bring a guy like that in here to introduce me and honor me and to do what this guy did to me. We honor a person like that. The accomplishments in 1952, 3,000-meter steeplechase, no other American had ever done it before. No other American has done it since. And I think that he was the breakthrough guy. I think since that particular time, our distance runners have started to make the mark in the Olympics. I don't know why I know this, simply because I think I read it in books. Not from my coaching, but the books I read. I thank you, Horace, for coming up and honoring us. I want to thank you not in my behalf, but the people's behalf. I'm glad they got a chance to hear you and to talk with you. He brought his wife along with him. Lillian, we're sure glad you made it here tonight also. I accept this honor. And like those before me, I humbly accept the honor. I think that we who have been in the game, who have done some of the things that might be in the pamphlets, some of it may be true, some of it might, you get better as time goes by, you know. And I know when I was interviewed for these particular articles, I guess maybe I was a lot better a year ago than I am, or was 45 years ago. I wasn't in for honors. I was in it because I wanted to serve young people. I think that I've been able to do that. I know that I've got a lot of friends in the audience. And I know that even while I was in high school, I wanted to help people. I tried my hardest. Penn State, yeah, I was a pretty good sprinter. I was a pretty good hurdler. But my buddies who were there also, I think we all worked together and tried to achieve a certain goal. I spent 36 years teaching and coaching at the United States Naval Academy. And JJ, you did not make a mistake. I don't think you're going to go to a finer institution in this land. And I just know that certainly your background, our wrestling coaches, are going to welcome you with open arms. Karen, same to you. I think that young people today are what we want to serve. And I think as long as we accomplish the service to young people, as far as I'm concerned, there's not much more to do. To Steve Sheets, the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame, a complete surprise. I think the committee, when they start going back 45 years, or as they did me, longer for some of these other people, if we were any good when we did participate, I know that the great athletes that have been coming from this area in the last 30 years are a whole lot better than I ever was. Those guys have no future. They're going to be 45 years from now, they're going to be standing up here and say, my golly, they did remember me. Look what I did way back then. So I think that this Sports Hall of Fame has done a lot to service for people. Never in my wildest dream did I ever think anything like this would ever happen to me. You know, you grow up idolizing people. You're out there participating in athletics, doing everything you've done, not looking for any type of award. But all of a sudden I get a phone call and say, you've been elected, nominated to it. If my mother and father were still here, nobody could have been any more prouder than they. The support, the service, and the goodness that they taught us as children probably helped us get where we are today. The coaches that we have had in this area stand out above the crowd. I think that I idolized every coach I ever had. I know that George Moats, Fred Davis, Keith Junior High School gave a scrawny 120-pound kid a uniform one time. I think it was the last uniform that was given out that particular year for a Keith Junior High School football player. Didn't fit, but I played in it. Ken Bay Shore. Last week I was talking to my wife, and I says, when these people from Sports Hall of Fame calls me, they never mention football. They never mention basketball. My wife looked and she says, well, you weren't very good, were you? I said, yeah, I was pretty good. Remember in the crowd today, Joe Tufel came up and said, hey, congratulations to you. He was on one end, I was on the other end. The thing that I should have added to my wife, yeah, I was pretty good then, and I'm going to get a lot better as time goes by. We had Ray Hoffman, who was my basketball coach in high school. Chick Warner, Norm Gordon, my coaches at Penn State. These were outstanding men, heads and shoulders. These were the things that young people looked up to. I think that I was one of Bart's boys. Someone said, well, what's a Bart's boy? A Bart's boy was that affectionate name that was given to the young guys that ran for Dick Bartholomew, who was my coach here at Altoona High. Greatest man that I think that I will ever come in contact with. He not only worked with me, he worked with so many. And I can't say that, yeah, he was responsible for a lot of things. It was the great coaches that I think that we've got to reward for helping young people of today. But I was a Bart boy. If I had to do over, I don't think there's too many other things I would like to redo in my life that I haven't already done. I think life has been good to me. A guy from Altoona, able to sprint, hurdle a little bit, run anything less than a marathon, or a mile, or a half mile, or 441 yards. I did run some quarter miles, 440 yards. Doing what I was able to do, and this magnifies it a whole bunch. But I think that going to the Naval Academy, you know, I think I've got a little story here I'd just like to mention. A few years ago, we recruit at the Naval Academy, nationwide. A few years ago, a young fellow from Louisiana, javelin thrower, interscholastic record in the javelin. I thought I would be able to recruit him to the Naval Academy. I wrote him a letter. He wrote me back. He doesn't even remember this probably, but he wrote me back and says, I've decided to go to another college. Terry Bradshaw, and he's going into the National League Hall of Fame. Think of what he would be if he had become a naval officer. But the things that are done here tonight, I think will live a long time, and I sure am happy and proud to have come back for this meeting, see Altoona, and to be with you tonight. Thank you.